Gonna change the world
Woo!
with my hockey stick.
Gonna make a real
The
difference.
difference today.
Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Ah!
Well,
It's
well,
Friday,
well.
Friday.
Well, Hayden. You just knew, didn't you? Yeah?
Are you guys mad at me?
Yeah, you just knew
Oh my
it. You just
gosh.
knew.
You know, we already have talked about this on
We've
Wednesday.
already talked about this, but we'll
Yeah.
talk about it again because
Talk about it
Chippy's here. Yeah. I felt sick to my stomach. I went up and delivered a speech right off the dome right after that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Posted it online. I was gonna delete it 3 minutes later. Then I was like, no. I
Oh.
was like, this is too emotional.
What's the saying is never send an email when you're angry. Like, write it out and
Yeah.
then wait.
Review it till the next morning.
Yeah, you put it as a draft.
I felt like I had to do Leafs Nation a deed and just show. I was almost in tears. People were like, "Yo, this wasn't an act. This was like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
was legit."
It's the real Coach
And I'm
Chippy.
like, "Yeah, bro. I honestly couldn't believe it when they scored to tie the game after we went up 1-0. I thought it was our year.
What?
Matthews to Nylander. I'm like, it's over. We've just slayed the. I already had so many ideas ready.
The perfect script, eh?
The-
Matthews to Nylander.
Slaying.
to-
I was
to
gonna
win
get the
it.
sword out. I was
Ah.
slaying the Boston Demon. It was gonna be hilarious.
And it is,
And then we just didn't. And then we
No.
just didn't do it.
and it's just like the Leafs to just hold that lead for 1 minute and then give it right up.
Yeah, like it could. Why couldn't they just like hold it and then like they scored on with an empty net? Like it had to be a minute after.
Yeah.
Just to friggin' just make me go insane, and it was the worst goal ever.
And
A little floater over the shoulder,
a little
like
boop, little flick, little
oh, everyone's gone. Everyone's
just-
gone. Fire everybody.
send them all to Russia.
Send everyone out of this city.
They're all going to Utah. The whole squad. The whole core forward to Utah.
Hey, and then we'll be Utah.
That was. Oh no!
That would be worse.
They're ruining our plans.
Yeah.
Ruining
Like,
our plans.
If we had Nylander the whole series, I think we win it.
yeah,
Nylander is a stud.
Well,
in
considering
the playoffs.
Willie Nylander. Willie Nylander.
considering he was the only one who scored goals in the 6th and 7th game.
He's
Yeah.
a stud, bro.
He scored 2 in Game 6 to win it, and he scored 1 in Game 7, which would have won it.
Yeah, there's a lot of ifs. Like if Matthews was healthy, if Nylander played all the games.
But not even that. We were up 1-0 with 7 minutes to go.
Here's the thing I don't
Like-
understand. How are the Leafs like a 5-3, 7-5, 8-4
All season?
type of team all season long, and they get to the playoffs like, oh, by the way, we're just gonna hold Boston to only 1 shot in an entire period, and then let's do 0-0 for the whole game.
That's just not our way we play.
That's not how they play.
We just couldn't. No one was clicking.
Let the boys feast.
Let them.
Let the boys
it
feast.
Just, I guess that's the defense in the playoffs is just that much
It's important, but
like more
if-
intense.
if you can keep it a 0-0 game for 2.5 periods and then score, why can't
I
you
thought it was
keep
over.
Why can't you keep them from scoring for the last 5 minutes?
Oh
Because
my
it's the Leafs.
goodness, man! Why couldn't you just keep them like? I guess they put the 4th line out right after we scored. People are saying.
Oh,
Yeah, but it was Boston's 4th line too.
Yeah, and our 4th line was low key shutting them down. It was just
yeah.
honestly it was
I don't think the
tragic.
Leafs' defensive game was the problem this year.
I
or last
don't even
year.
know.
They
There
just
wasn't
can't
a
score.
problem. We just couldn't get it done.
And they couldn't get
That's
a save.
the problem.
When they
The problem
needed
was just
it. Yeah.
couldn't get a save when we needed it, and we just their guys got it done. They won it.
Yeah.
You know? We
But-
just didn't win the game. Like at the end of the day, like we could have won that game. Like it wasn't like it was. We just didn't.
Yeah.
Like Edmondson goes in right after we score a breakaway. Their goalie makes the save, and then it comes back our end. They
Yeah,
score. I
yeah.
just.
Swayman had a good series. Like he
Swayman
was
did.
shutting them down. He had a 950 save percentage.
And then they
I
go
heard.
in. They go in and pound Florida.
Oh, and I'm talking about the Bruins' 4th line. I don't know if these guys are all 4th line guys. They're definitely not 1st and 2nd, but we got Morgan Geekie. I think he's 3rd or 4th line.
He's nice top two.
No, is he?
Geeky.
I
is.
saw him out there. I thought 3rd line.
He's playing with like Marshall.
Oh, maybe because he was still on the ice while the third, like
Yeah.
the 2
He's-
guys from the 3rd got
They,
there.
they mixed up their power play unit, so he could have been.
Oh, an abysmal. We almost won
Yeah.
that series with a 2% power play.
I know, that's wild. One goal in like 23 power plays. So against Boston, Morgan Geekie scored. Brazo got one. DeBrusque, obviously a better player. then Lowry and Brendan Carlo.
And Frederick. I mean,
Trent Frederick with some apples out there. So like
Frederick had about 2 or 3 goals.
What are you talking
No,
about?
against
Oh.
the Panthers.
Oh, against
Oh,
Boston.
you're like against Boston. I'm
Uh,
like, what?
Sorry, not against Boston. Boston versus Panthers.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
game on. I guess we're recording this on Wednesday, so it was last night.
I was watching
This is coming out on Friday.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just talking about we're recording on Wednesday. We're talking about their fourth line being like the Leafs' fourth line was not that great, or had some energy, but the Boston fourth line, I'm saying they brought it. They're doing all the work.
I didn't
Past
feel,
it barely scored.
Yeah, I didn't feel like Maroon was that of like I felt
No,
that,
Maroon, no.
I felt that fourth line was kind of weak. Like I felt like we could dominate that. Like the Leafs. I'm talking about the Leafs.
Yeah.
I felt like we could have. Yeah, I
Should have
thought.
taken more advantage.
I'm
of it,
saying
yeah.
we gave it like their most dangerous players. Obviously, Marchand was good. Pasta wasn't great, but then Lowry, like I heard his
It
name
was
a
like
lot.
Trent, bro.
Trent Frederick,
killed
I
us, bro.
heard a lot,
Mhm.
right? And these guys, like they're getting in scoring.
That
from
Lowry guy on defense is the next Kale McCarr, and he's 6'5".
and Brazo, that guy pulled some nice moves against.
DeBrusque.
Yeah.
That's the
Brutal.
thing with the Bruins, though. That's the culture they've spread. They allow room for their young talent to blossom in the
Well, it's 'cause
playoffs.
Pasta
because
was
Wow.
only making $6 million all year.
That-
for the last
yeah,
6
exactly.
Years, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Leafs
that's-
ain't blossoming.
That's the
blossoming.
culture.
All right,
All right,
let's get into
let's get into the
Puck
Puck
Daddy
Daddy show and not talk about depressing Leafs fan
Let's
stuff.
not cry. I don't want to cry again.
I don't know, I
guys.
let
You
it
guys
go.
want to do Sty, No Sty, or Puck Daddy?
Yeah, let's
Let's
do
do
No
it.
Sty, no
I'm,
Sty.
I'm going off the dome for this
I
one.
like this.
I'll do the intro. Sty or no sty?
Or Puck Daddy.
Or Puck Daddy.
Crunchy.
I got a little bit of a tan too.
All right, Sty, no sty, or Puck Daddy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, kicking it off hot. Messy cars. Like you got a bunch of stuff in your car.
Messy car. I mean,
It's gotta be no
it
sty.
has to be no Sty, but
My car
is
is
my car messy?
It looks like
Probably.
an apartment
I
building.
actually spent Sunday cleaning up my room, my house,
Oh, nicely done, dude.
did my laundry.
You know what? I spent
That's how bad it was.
I spent all Saturday cleaning the entire house, and
How
Shannon
good does
was
that
over
feel?
the moon.
It's great.
and then it's messy again now.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I gotta go clean up again because I can't let my life become a mess again.
Yes, dude. You and I are on the same
Oh,
wavelength, bud.
let's
Like
go.
I started waking up an hour earlier, and every hour, so I'm waking up at like 6 now, and I spend an hour just cleaning something, just getting
Oh, it
something
f-
done
it's
that
like it
needs to get
feels
done.
So
Oh.
good. I'm like, oh my goodness. I actually got the Windex out,
Oh,
brought it up,
Windex.
sprayed. I used Windex on a wood tabletop.
Oh, wonderful.
Was your
That's all
dad like?
But they're at home. I like
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
I couldn't find anything else. I'm like I'm spraying my counter.
You're supposed to get that lemon scent
I
stuff.
was like, I have like dust on my counter.
Just use some gasoline.
Yeah,
It
just
works.
a little gas, it works. But that's how hard I was going. Like I was really clean.
Use some gasoline, light a
go.
candle.
oh,
Light a
yeah.
candle. I need to just blow my room up and just
Puck Daddy cleaning tips.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Shout out to anyone listening in the car.
Yeah,
you have a messy
clean your
car, Clean your car.
Your
Oh, I got a pro tip. So Olivia had tryouts, right? And I could have stayed and watched, but I'm like, man, I got an hour, and my car is an absolute mess. So
Ooh.
I watched the first 10 minutes, and then I went up to the vehicle, pulled it to the side where the dumpster is, and I just launched everything out of the vehicle. I spent like 10 minutes just,
That's a criminal offense.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's a public,
No, that's good though.
anyways, and then went back in and watched the last like 20 minutes of the tryouts, and I was like, man, that felt really nice just to, like, I would have just been sitting there for an hour,
Yeah.
just find 10 minutes, and sometimes you pull in the gas station, just grab a bunch of stuff and chuck it in the trash can real quick while you're fueling up.
Yeah.
You gotta find those little moments.
Yeah, I'm a clean as you go
I'm a
type of guy.
clean-
My car's always like, it's not
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah, you are one of
super
those type of
clean,
people.
but it doesn't have junk in it. Like,
Yeah.
or if it does, it's always like in its spot. It's just like at home. I don't know. I'm
I
like
feel
weird
like
like
I
that.
need to be more like you because I'm like just like leave it there and then it's like and then I'll actually like see something on the floor, leave it,
Yeah.
and then be like 3 seconds later turn around and be like, no, I should
Ah,
probably
yeah,
grab that.
Once you notice
I
it.
should probably.
Yeah.
You're like thinking about it. You're like,
Oh no, I can't leave that on the floor of my bathroom. I probably should
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
my
yeah.
underwear
That's
up.
good. That's good. That's where it starts. Just noticing it. Just
Yeah,
noticing.
there you go.
I've got 3 kids type of guy, and it ain't easy keeping a vehicle clean. I've been
I don't even know how you exist
yeah,
with 3
it's,
kids.
It's hard.
Like,
I try to tell them, like, get in the mindset. Okay, we're getting out. Everybody grab one piece of garbage and throw it in the thing. But then you got to remember.
yeah,
to
I would have
stay on 'em.
I would have the kids just doing everything. Like, guys,
Yeah.
You want a lollipop after this? Go clean the car.
You want to eat? You want to eat? Hey, you like
Get the
Being
Windex
fed?
bottle out and go spray the countertops.
blankets and pillows on your bed? Well,
Go do it.
Hmm.
Go make your bed.
clean your room or you're sleeping on the floor.
Go fold the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have the kids doing chores.
All right. Next up here, this one is a hockey one. Going a bit old school. Cooperalls. Sty or no sty?
Those are Sty, bro. Like, are those the ones like attached to the pants?
Yeah.
They're pants. They're
Bro,
literally-
those are sick.
It's like socks all the way up to their pants. Like it looks like they're wearing like a onesie. Type.
Oh, wait, what? Cooper. I thought you meant those like straps that like you put
No,
on
no,
your
no.
pants.
Oh,
Those
no,
are
no.
Suspenders.
Those are suspenders.
The Cooperalls are actual pants. They go from there all the way
It
up.
looks like everyone's refs basically.
Was
yeah.
that back in the day when
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a team.
those were Sty?
I think it was Philly that
Those
wore
are
them. A few
nasty,
teams in the
man.
NHL.
A few teams tried it. Yeah,
Yeah, the
Those
Hartford
are-
Whalers. I think.
that
remember.
sounds right. Yeah,
I'm,
with the white skates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
those are sick. I'm giving that Sty all day.
I gotta say. Yeah, you know what? I gotta say Sty too. If
They're
someone can pull it
Sty,
off,
bro.
if someone comes out with it, I'm gonna be like, ah, nice.
Yeah, that's
know
what
what
I mean.
mean?
It's like that's different.
You know what
Yeah.
makes me think of it is because I wear black socks a lot. So the black
it looks
pants,
like
black
what-
socks, and it looks like I'm wearing Cooperalls sometimes.
It's ironically Sty.
Ironically,
Yeah,
Sty.
it's different. That's why it's Sty. It's Sty because it's not the same,
Right,
and that's kind of what style is. You know,
Mm.
it's your own style, right?
right. Yeah, I like
It's
that.
unique.
That's a good one.
I like
yeah.
that. I like that one.
All right. This one goes for all of you kids or adults out there that are starting your off ice summer training or you're just messing around. Using your game twig for off ice like training.
No Sty.
No Sty.
Zero Sty ever in the history of the game.
No, you gotta treasure that baby.
Go find
It's
a
gotta
road
be-
hockey twig,
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
get your dad to go out and buy a cheap.
Like for me, if I was genuinely actually trying to work on my shot, I'd use my backup stick on a shooting pad.
Yeah, a shooting pad.
You know, like I'm like I don't want to waste all my good shots on my good stick. You know, like
Yes.
like I gotta
Sticks.
save it for the game.
If you have a skill pad, yeah, maybe a little different, but
Right.
Do a few dangles with your.
I like
was,
even
I was
with-
on the road ripping
Yeah.
ripping pucks
Like
off
road
the
hockey.
cement. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
I live on a cul-de-sac, so I'd have my dad would get like I'd like 70 pucks, and I'd put them in like a semicircle, so no
Right.
car could drive, no car could come through, and I'd have
Road
to,
shut down.
oh, rip one off almost hit the neighbor's house,
Yeah.
and then yeah, my neighbor would come. He was an older guy. He had the Jaguar. He'd pull up and with the Jag with the roof down.
Right.
And you'd always just come talk to me. I'd be shooting pucks. So yeah, that's all I did was shoot pucks.
And you're just like,
Right.
you're witnessing history.
And my stick would
Bear
be like
witness,
this. My stick,
yeah.
my stick would be like the blade of the stick would be like a half an inch.
Toothpick. No,
Toothpick.
popsicle stick. Popsicle stick.
But I loved it
About
so
that thin.
much, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
eventually couldn't use
It
it.
always happens. Yeah.
So no style. You gotta have like a stick that you don't want to ruin.
Yeah. Like even if you're using a shooting pad, my stick would
Well, these
get
sticks
all
are 400 a
like,
pop
it'd
now.
be like grass or dirt would get on it. It gets all marked
Yeah,
up. Yeah.
no.
You don't want that.
You're not eating through a $400 or $500 stick for no reason, right? You save that one for the ice and get your like brother's old stick, your
Unless
dad's stick.
Unless your dad's a dentist.
Sherwood. Break out the Sherwood.
Yeah,
Unless your dad's an oral surgeon.
yeah.
Then,
Then,
you know,
then he's just gonna show up with a 10-pack, eh?
yeah, a 10
Yeah.
pack of the top of line
Oh.
stick.
The tape's worn out on that one. Here, use this one. I'll just chuck this one in the trash.
That's hilarious.
All right. Next up, we've all done it, and this is training related as well. Say you're shooting pucks, or even if you're on the in the winter, you're on the outdoor rink. You're waiting for someone to be watching before you try and like pull off like a sweet move, or you try to go bar down.
Sky, oh, that's
Like,
puck
and
guy.
you like you
I-
pretend like you don't know they're there.
Oh,
but
yeah,
you're-
and then you-
but you're like
and then you just toe drag one under the bar. Yeah,
Yeah,
every
that's Sty.
time. Scouts?
Sty.
You kidding me? Call those scouts. Yo,
And-
scouts are
yeah.
watching.
hey scouts, yeah.
Scouts.
And
It's a-
then when you do like pull it off and you know it just looked great, you
Yeah.
just kind of check out of the corner of your eye
Yeah, you're
to
like-
make sure they saw it, right? To see how many people saw it. Because maybe there's like a group of people, right? And you just kind of look like, yeah, they saw it.
I used to do
Yeah,
that with basketball. Like I was like, I could look like I played basketball. Like I had a nice handle and like a kind of a decent shot.
Like point guard vibe.
Yeah, like point guard vibe. So I'd always like do my one move that I knew was like nasty.
It was money, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, they probably think I'm like, and then I would say, and then I would say to my buddies, yo, they probably think I'm like,
That I play like
they
some
probably think I'm
competitive
like a
hockey.
rep player.
Yeah.
They probably think I'm rep. And I would just be like, nah, I'm a hockey player. But I would always do that at basketball. Like I would just wait and I'd do like a little side step.
Someone,
I would do like a little side step.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
someone gets out of their car, sees you, they're like, "Hey, where you play?" You're like, "I'm a hockey player,"
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
and then
yeah.
you drop the ball. Mic
Yeah,
drop.
I think that's a every kid's dream is like the scout of the Toronto Maple Leafs drives
Shows
by,
up to the rink.
drives by after you go bar down and it's like, yo, we want to sign you.
Yeah,
You look
yeah,
good,
that's-
kid.
That's Sty for sure.
We're gonna
look
get
good,
you on our
kid.
farm team. You're
It's like-
14 years old. Can you join the Marlies next year?
Yeah.
It's like
You have
that
no
old-
idea how it goes.
Did you ever see
Yo,
that
I
old
gotta
thing
do
with,
that skit, bro. That's
with
hilarious.
John Candy getting recruited to play for it wasn't the Maple Leafs, but it was like trying to. It
gotta
was like
write
an
that down.
SNL skit. Way.
Oh, a skit. Okay.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen someone do this one, but I gotta write that down. Literally amazing.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Muskoka Brewery. Tread lightly, one of the best light beers you can get, crafted in the heart of Muskoka.
I always have Tread Lightly and Hazed and Confused
Mm.
in the fridge. You know, either I'm going to be having it when the boys come over, right? I always got it on supply. I spare no expense. And actually, something that they just did, Muskoka Brewery,
Mm-hmm.
so this used to be a premium beer. You pay,
It
you,
still is,
it's-
arguably.
it's still a premium beer, but without the same premium price.
Ooh.
Yes. So they've dropped the price on the 24 pack.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you want to have a better tasting beer, you know, you grab the Tread Lightly
And support local.
and support local. So if you want the light lager and you're usually reaching for the other guys, grab the Tread Lightly. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
it's a tasty beer.
And it's available in a new extra tall can.
Oh, they got the big boys.
They
yeah.
got every size you could ask for.
Yeah.
Go grab them from the local LCBO, beer store, grocery stores, or from Muskoka Brewery online.
Or go straight to the brewery if you're in the Muskoka area.
Yeah,
right?
there you go. That's even
Swing
better.
by, make a day of it. Grab yourself a case.
All right, big thanks to Muskoka Brewery for sponsoring the pod. Let's get back to the episode. All right, this one is very relevant right now, especially being Leafs fans. Sty, no Sty. I'm already going to say definitely not Puck Daddy.
Oh,
Jumping on the bandwagon after your team gets eliminated from the playoffs. Being like, I'm
No
going to
Sty.
cheer for a Canadian team
No
now.
Sty.
I'd
don't-
say
I
it's
don't
it's no
care.
Sty, but I still do it. I don't care. Like, you know what? I'm a Leafs fan. I want to watch hockey past May,
Yeah.
right? And I just know that I'm not going to. So I'm just already
Did
prepared.
you, though?
Well,
You both had the Leafs making the finals.
and I did the same thing last year. Did I think they were going to get there? Not really.
You're just hopeful.
If I was realistic, I would have picked Boston to win, but I'm a dreamer and I like to follow my dreams.
And that's what everyone loves about you.
Yeah, I'm not.
and-
I'm not hopping on no bandwagon.
I want to be
I want every team to lose that's in the playoffs right now. I want no winner.
playoffs
Cancel.
canceled due to Leafs
Yeah.
not making it to the second round.
Like, I don't even want to make like. It's tough.
Breaking news: Leafs
I don't even
fans
wanna
want
report
playoffs
on
to
it.
stop.
I don't even want to make a video now. Like I don't.
Huh.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
I just feel like the mojo's gone when your team's out. It's just like really.
Yeah,
It's like you
it's
watch, but you're like, oh, like
Neat.
Yeah.
my team lost in Game 7,
Cool.
and they were up 1-0 with 7 minutes to go. You know what I mean? Like that still comes
Brutal.
back to that every
Sour.
time.
Yeah.
Sour grapes.
Sour grapes. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, do I gotta go make a video about Marchand and Kachuk? Like it's just not the same when you
Now
don't.
my strong end's feeling
care.
a little weaker. Like.
Yeah, now my strong end feels like a weekend. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That was a weekend.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, last was a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next strong end though.
Yeah.
Next
Next
is gonna
strong
be-
end will be back at it. All right. This one is close to home for Canadians. I don't know if you guys are even aware of it. I found out about it a couple weeks ago. Sty or no Sty? Flatbread pizzas at Tim Hortons.
Are you serious? How did I not know about this?
Jer, what's Jer think of this? Careful, Jer.
Yeah,
Well-
careful, Jer.
I mean, careful.
Careful, Jer.
I'm gonna go right ahead.
Oh, Sty.
No. I'm going right ahead and saying no Sty because
Thank you.
I didn't know about them and I haven't tried.
I haven't tried. I actually don't have an opinion. Like, what if they're dynamite?
Here's
They,
my
ac-
opinion.
so
I've heard
they
they're- I've
they
heard-
actually look really good, but I'm like, just no. Just stop it. Stick to the basics. You're Tim Hortons.
Just stick to the. Where was the like broccoli soup?
I might.
The
I
ham, the ham
actually
sandwich and a broccoli soup was like the most dynamite thing ever.
give me the chili and the bread bowl.
Do you remember
Yeah.
like how you used to
Oh.
get like an actual plate?
Yeah,
And like you could sit.
It was like an
down?
actual cafe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, bring Tim's. Like if you want to just bring back like the night or
The
the
90s,
2005, bro.
yeah.
I'm serious. This is like I don't want to share this one because I feel like this marketing is like insane.
Don't worry.
But like bring back 2000. Like everyone wants like to bring back that vibe of
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
no phones, like
Ah,
real food, real plates. Like if Tim's brought back their like old school plates with like
Yes, dude.
people would be in
And the
there like
mugs, the coffee
yo,
mugs.
it was like
yeah.
you get your soup, like they would come serve you the soup and you
Yeah.
had your little bread on the side. The food
Yeah.
was like better.
Yeah.
Oh, like the ham sandwiches were crazy.
They just have way too
Everyone
much on
and
the menu now.
everyone knows what I'm talking about. That's like been to Tim Hortons or lives in Canada for the last
But
20 years.
that's
Yeah.
when they made their own donuts. They stopped making their own donuts. They make them out of house, factory, freeze them, bring them in, thaw them out. Here's your donut.
Like I'm talking about like
then-
a market, like open one restaurant, like
Right.
open a new restaurant,
Right.
and it's like the 2005, and
The-
it's like that becomes like a traditional, like it becomes a tourist spot.
They have an,
Like Tim's, you're welcome.
yes.
You're
actually,
welcome.
That
Maybe
is
come
genius.
hire me. Maybe come hire me.
That is genius.
like holy.
That is actually so
Up
smart.
in Muskoka or something.
Dude,
It's
yes.
Like the old school, you
100%.
get real plates. How are you guys not doing this? Like, I honestly, like, just send a $1 million check in the mail, please.
Without even trying, you just came up with an ingenious campaign.
It's an ingenious campaign.
They need
All summer long. You're up wakeboarding, and you tie it in with like Muskoka, promoting Muskoka
oh yeah,
tourism.
all the vibes,
I don't know.
all the vibes.
Bro,
Doesn't matter. That's just Canada.
you're
Canada
bringing
loves
all,
coffee.
and all you have to do is bring back the glass plates
Yeah,
or
the ceramic plates,
ceramic
or whatever. yeah,
plates.
yeah.
If there's
and-
anyone that works at Tim Hortons, run it up the chain. Run
Run it up the chain. You're welcome. You guys can have it. You know what? Take it.
Yeah.
Just- you don't have to give me credit. Just send me a check.
Yeah, when you make it to the top of Tim Hortons, just say, Coach Chippy gave me the idea.
I'll do the campaign.
I got an idea, and it's a little out there, but it just could work. When I was in Australia, they had for breakfast like meat pies, all different ones. They had egg pies,
For
meat
I guess,
pies.
yeah, it's
it was like a breakfast
It's
thing.
like normalized, just
Yeah,
dinner food
yeah,
for
me-
breakfast.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Breakfast is an North American.
Tim Hortons
Invention.
Yes.
could own that space, and everybody would stop. There's all these little pie places. Everyone in Australia, you're like on the road. That's what you stop and get, coffee and like a pie. And there's different varieties of it too. Tim Hortons could start doing that and own that space. And once it catches on, they would be the only one doing it.
Except
What?
it might not catch on because of the societal
But they're-
culture.
If
of
they're dynamite,
Northern-
all they gotta do is make sure they're
if
like.
it's good.
Yeah, to make them good.
Yeah.
Make them good.
I don't know why if like Tim's doesn't just like go and like put their name on like, just like family restaurants and stuff too. Like I guess they can't.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
guess they can't because it's like, there's so much
Yeah, the
they can't.
quality control.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
and like having the same menu. And
They
stuff.
they need everything to be the exact same. But they're bringing potato wedges and flatbreads. And the reason I said No Sty for the flatbread pizzas is because pretty much everything that they've brought out that's been like a meal, they're trying to do meals there,
yeah.
just hasn't been that great, except for the Cravables.
Well, and
Those
like
Cravables
90
Cravables are good.
Yeah.
90% of Tim Hortons aren't set up to eat meals.
That's what I'm s- yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you know, like it's like okay, I'm gonna get a flatbread and then what? Go sit outside on the sidewalk and eat it. You know, like
that's what I mean. Like bring back like just I'm telling you that idea is absolutely insane.
I should also say that I am in the middle of a campaign with Tim Hortons. So
Shouldn't-
I still
love
love
it. We
I
love
love the hockey cards.
we love the hockey cards. We
I-
love Tim's.
Great
Like,
restaurant.
We're just like
just
how
trying to
can we help? How
brainstorm.
can we help Tim's
Yeah.
and Tim's? If you want to bring the boys in,
There you go.
we're gonna need to be compensated for our time.
Help us help you.
Help us help you because we have ideas up in this brain
hmm
yeah.
that could help you reach the market, which you guys are trying to do. You want to reach people.
They're trying to be a restaurant. I'm not allowed to say Tim Hortons coffee shop or Tim Hortons don't. I have to say Tim Hortons restaurants.
But they're
Part of their
they're trying to
marketing.
be a fast food restaurant.
They want to be seen like because they you make more money. Remember like,
Imagine if they had servers like kind of like what Chick-fil-A does. Like they have
Oh.
like people outside
with
like
rollerblades.
like you know what I'm saying?
Rollerbladed
I'm
out to you.
telling
Yeah.
you, bring back the '90s stuff. Like yeah, it's
Have
people
the
just-
Harvey's
it's like
in pad with
it's
the hockey
goodwill.
stick.
It's goodwill. Like people are gonna be like,
Yeah.
yo, yeah, like we like that. There's someone out
Mm-hmm.
taking our order. Like that's like dope.
It used to be.
There's human interaction. People hate these robots now. We all
Oh,
hate
that's true.
we
Go
all hate
against
the
yeah,
robot. We hate
yeah,
the robots.
Fight
I don't-
back against the machines.
If I hear another AI robot when I call the bank, I'm
Ah,
gonna lose my mind.
worst.
Like you're like, oh, and it's like you're talking to a robot, and I'm like,
They
I go hard at those robots too.
Ah.
They record. They probably
be a real
record all
oh
this.
they do
This
yeah.
is being recorded as I'm abusing the robot on the machine.
I can't even.
Shut up and let me talk to someone.
Is it abuse if it's a robot? or AI?
Well,
It
apparently
depends. They're
it
gonna have
will be.
rights and
Do they have
Yeah,
a
it will be.
yeah.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
You'll
You're gonna go to jail
go
for
to
saying
jail,
that.
exactly. It was serious. It's not even a joke.
Get
It's
a
actually
charge.
happening.
All right.
I can't even search on Instagram without having some AI thing try to take over. And
I know. I got a meta
meta
AI.
AI.
Ah,
Oh, it's disgusting.
I'm just trying to search for
They
Carter
have all
George
our
highlights.
data. They're like, we are cyborgs.
I'm like,
We are cyborgs.
I'm searching in the search thing on Instagram, Carter George highlight, wanting it to show me a video. Hi, I'm Meta AI. I can help you with that. What do you want? I'd like to see a Carter George highlight. On which platform would you like to see it? Instagram, obviously.
Where
It's
I'm at.
Where I am right now. Just show me the videos. Here's a video of Carter George highlight. And it's like,
We'll send you to
that's-
Facebook.
that's Patrick Waugh from the 90s. I want to see Carter George because there's
I don't know what the heck they added. There. I don't like it though.
worst.
Yeah.
I don't
Alright.
like this
Moving on.
AI stuff.
Last one here. This one, I've seen a bunch of them in different varieties, but just in general, bumper stickers.
Yeah, I love bumper stickers. I would never put one on my vehicle, but I like other people that have bumper stickers.
So like,
Eh,
for me,
say
it
this-
depends.
I'll say this one quote: "You don't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari."
Is that Coach Chippy quote, or where'd you hear that?
No, people. I've heard that one. Someone. I was like, so I asked someone, "Oh, do you have any tattoos?" And that's what you responded.
Ah,
You don't
I
put
see,
a
I
bumper
see.
sticker on a Ferrari.
That's good.
I'm telling you though,
That's good, yeah.
if I owned a
I do like tattoos, though,
No.
on other people.
No,
Yeah.
on other people, yeah. If I had a Ferrari, I would put a bumper sticker on it, and the bumper sticker would say, "You don't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari."
And then there'd be a picture of a Ferrari with a bumper sticker of that, and it's like the you're zooming
the
in.
greatest inception ever.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Because people would just look at it and then look at the car and then look at the bumper sticker and look at the car and then the person behind them would honk their horn because
They're taking too long.
because I'm pulling away and they're sitting there trying to think about it. Lights green.
Yeah. All right. Last one.
Oh my god.
Follow up to that. The flags hanging out of a car, whether it's
Hero,
like a
Sty, remove
Canadian
that.
flag or a Toronto flag.
Remove
or,
it. I don't want to see it at all. I don't know why.
It-
And it's like for no reason. Like I just hate it. I don't know why.
It's
Yeah.
so obnoxious. Too much. You're doing too much.
Yeah,
Although-
like I'm trying to get to A to B without people seeing my vehicle, without being a main attraction for a police officer. Like I don't want to have a flag flying out of my car.
I have
Where it's
put,
probably illegal now. It's like they could pull you over now just to have a flag out of your car, probably.
I have put the Maple Leafs ones on the door when they're in the playoffs. And like I even feel like this is a little obnoxious to be doing this.
And, like I don't want to.
Says the guy that has his whole house in Leafs colors.
Yeah,
like,
blue
you
and white
do-
lights.
Yeah, you
baby.
do you, but like.
But I'm not driving my
But,
house
like,
around
who
town.
has time to go out and buy a flag and put it on their car? Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up what those. I got them in some campaign thing. I was like, yeah,
But like, if you do, like, don't take that as an offense. Just, I wouldn't do it.
Hmm.
And yeah, no.
some
sty.
people like to be loud and proud.
No sty for me.
It's a no sty. It's a no sty.
And there's a couple flags that I will allow though, and I've seen a lot of them around. But
Mm.
there's a couple ones I really will
Does it
allow.
start with an F?
There's a couple ones I will allow, and I want to actually. I changed my whole take on it. It really depends on what it is.
Quick U-turn.
Wait,
Quick U-turn.
is this flag in
Same
the?
for bumper stickers.
Is this flag in
Is
the
it-
back of a dually Cummins diesel lifted pickup truck? And it's and there's 4 of them.
And a hippie van. Yeah.
And there's 4 of them, and they are all mounted on hockey sticks that are dropped into the truck
with
bed.
guns.
Yeah.
with gun stickers. Yeah.
I wonder what I
I
don't
love
know what-
bumper stickers
Free
too.
Canada.
I love bumper stickers too. Yeah, it's a white Cummins diesel.
All right. Do we want to do Minute Madness or Most Canadian next?
I don't know if I could even do Minute Madness.
You guys almost were into one right there.
We were kind of. We gave it to you guys right there.
Yeah.
Most Canadian way to cope with your team getting eliminated.
Most Canadian way to cope is, I guess, cheering for the next best
Yeah,
Canadian team.
yeah.
That's the most Canadian.
it is,
Oh, I'm gonna go
yeah.
cheer for the Oilers.
Well, go ahead. I hope the Edmonton.
Over, but like
Oh.
but I don't do that. 'Cause I just like
Okay. So what's yours?
I'm going to go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And say the most Canadian way to cope with your team losing is just you're done watching hockey.
I'll just give up.
Like you're
like
you're,
that.
you're moving
That's
on
more
to
me.
golf, you're
That's
moving
not
on to
too-
better
That's
bigger
more-
and better things.
I think a true Canadian would still, go hockey, right? Like,
No, I think they're like, I'm gonna go out and play road hockey with my kids. I'm gonna go.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go and rollerblade at the local
Yeah,
rink. or go-
boycott. I think it's boycotting.
Boycotting.
Really?
Yeah,
Boycotting.
Like that's
Teams
super.
eliminated. Okay.
That's kind of what I'm doing.
I mean, I'm a fan of the sport, so I'm gonna keep watching. I like good hockey.
Me personally, I like watching. I don't.
Okay.
I like
okay.
watching hockey, but I'm saying
The most Canadian.
like most Canadians,
Mm,
like the majority,
yeah.
probably are like, I'm done watching now. Like
My team's out.
my team's out. I'm
Why
not
would I?
watching next
Yeah.
year until they even make it to the second round, and they'll say that every time. It's like until they make it to the third round, I'm not turning a single game on.
Yeah, most
I know,
Canadian
like-
most Canadian thing is to go after the game immediately go make a video about how the team should apologize on Instagram.
Let me throw a most
What's
Canadian
cheers,
out
yeah.
there. Most Canadian thing to do when your team gets eliminated is, you meet your friends, your coworkers the next day, and you give them the old.
Tough one.
Well, we'll get them next year.
Tough.
Oh, I'll get it
watch.
next. We'll get it next year.
It was a tough watch.
It's more like
Next year's our year.
again.
No, isn't that the most Maple
Oh,
Leaf
did
thing
you
to
watch
say
the
though?
game last
Yeah.
night? No, it's did you watch the game last night?
Ah,
Oh,
Mm.
yes,
But-
I did.
Yeah.
it's always we'll get him next year. We'll get him next year. I got a picture of
The
my.
best is, did you watch the game last night? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Give him the
I'm
story.
sorry.
Oh,
I got a picture with my buddy Mike.
here's a stack of files I got to get you to do now. Though.
Yeah.
Take your mind off.
Oh,
Take your mind off it. Just do some mind-numbing work for the next 3 hours so you can really think about the
Exactly,
game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to read this backwards because it's in selfie mode. Try to read that shirt.
Let's see.
It's a Leafs shirt.
Lust.
No, that's a
once-
J. Just.
Oh, just once before I die, and it's a Leafs logo.
Yeah. So it's a blue and white Leafs shirt. It was the day
That's-
after they got
that's
eliminated.
funny, yeah. I don't
Uh,
know if anyone can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got his Leafs hat on and his Leafs shirt. And I'm like, oh, you're supporting the Leafs after that loss? He's like, no, not supporting. And I read it. It says, just once before I die. Right?
That's
He
good.
just turned 40. Do you think it's in the cards? Well, we'll say he makes it to 90.
Yo, we just need to blow.
I hope so.
We need to blow the team up. Are we making the playoffs next year?
I think that, like, I could go and open the door for that team and they'll make the playoffs every year.
But not if they trade out half their players.
That's what I mean. Like,
I don't think they're trading out a lot of them though. Tavares, they probably can't get rid of.
you have to.
I don't like they could try,
He has
but
to give up the C and he has to move to the third line.
I think he's going to give up the C for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be Matthews.
Just say Tavares, Florida's nice, and they always have a good chance. Like, go retire there. Go take a year in Florida.
Yeah. Anyway, we can talk more
Let's do the
Leafs in
draft.
the
Let's do the
offseason.
draft. Let's do the
Let's do
draft.
the draft. Yeah, we're going to be drafting.
The best shooters in the NHL.
Drafting the best shooters in the NHL.
We're drafting the best shooters
I like
in
Chippies.
the NHL.
Drafting the best shooters in the NHL.
No, with more like
Drafting the best shooters in the NHL.
Chippy and I.
Drafting the best shooters in the NHL.
All right, ready? Rock,
now say it like you're asking a question.
Oh,
I wanted you to get that.
Hayden wins the rock paper scissors.
Rock Paper has ours.
He papered Chippy's rock.
Yep. All right, going first overall. It pains me to say this guy's name because of recent events, but he's the most diverse shooter. He scores in the most ways. He's got lethal toe drag release. That's Austin Matthews.
I was already writing it down. Best shooter in the NHL, Austin Matthews, going for the 69 goal scorer last season. Not a bad pick for number one. Chippy.
It's a great pick. It's a great pick.
Who's on your squad?
I mean, I have to go with the greatest goal scorer of all time, Alex Ovechkin. I just
Mm.
have to take OV. I just think
I feel like it's 1 and 2.
He has,
You're going
he
with,
had another 30-goal season, and
You
he
can't
and
argue
He had
with
like
that.
no goals to start the season.
yeah.
I would say Austin is more well-versed, more dynamic.
You think that,
But
you're
Ovi has a very specific set of skills.
Ovi's one-timer is the best
Insane. Yeah.
and the history of the game.
A solid pick. A solid
Thank
pick.
you.
He puts the puck in the net.
He puts the puck in the net.
Any which way.
Yes.
All right, you go next.
When he was younger, he was more diverse, I'd say.
Yeah, well now, but still, he still scores 30 goals. He had
Yep.
like in those last 30 games, I think he had about 30 goals.
Yeah, I can't argue with numbers.
Yeah.
Straight facts.
Yeah. This one is going to be, I'm not sure if you guys are going to agree with this one or not, but I've been watching a lot of this team's games of late. And this guy, he beats goalies clean so often. And it's like, it's a combination of his speed and his shot. But like, you can't argue that he's not one of the best goal scorers and best shots in the league. That's Nathan McKinnon.
Oh wow,
That's a good pick. I agree with that pick.
Yeah,
Nathan Mack.
thank you.
I think he's just so solid. Has such a
Like he rips it. He doesn't like
He-
every shot looks like it's
yeah.
gonna go through the goal.
Yeah.
yeah. He
you know,
does.
like-
Yeah, he doesn't flick it on net.
You know, like he's not picking the spot like necessarily. He can, but like whenever if he does it, it's also the hardest shot you'd think he
the
could get
shot combined with his speed is
Yeah.
just unparalleled.
off. Yes.
That's perfect. I know this guy's a rookie, but I just think, I mean, some of the best players in the league before he came into the league said he already has one of the best shots in the league, and I
I know who you're going. Yeah.
I gotta go, Mister. And obviously I taught him the release.
Yeah.
It's
Uh-huh.
like, of course, it's gonna be so nasty. It's Mr. Connor Bedsy Bedard.
Oh,
drag release.
If I'm being honest, I left them for you because I
Thank
knew
you,
you
I
would. I knew
appreciate
you'd
that.
go.
I
that was
do.
Bedsy,
Nice.
your boy Bedsy.
Yeah, he's gonna tear it up next year. Like, just wait till he's not injured. You know.
He-
Yeah.
He was in the World Championship. They played a pre-season game or a pre-competition game, exhibition against Austria. They won 4-1. Bedard did not score, but I think it was Cousins had a very nice toe drag release. I think he was working on it. Bedard showed him how to do it. You know,
Yeah, of course.
the toe drag release is
When you say Cousins,
Quite
I'm
fine.
thinking of Nick Cousins on the
Uh,
Florida.
Dylan Cousins. Am I supposed to say Cousins?
Cousins. Yeah.
It's
Cousins.
Cousins.
Dylan Cousins. Yeah.
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 But I do think Bedard is a playmaker. Like probably
yes, he
first.
is.
He's probably a playmaker.
He's a
first.
playmaker first.
He's
Yeah.
McDavid, more like McDavid than
He's got vision.
Yeah.
I think all of us thought he was just gonna be a sniper.
No, he's
but,
a puck mover,
like,
man.
It's his way, like how good his edge work is at
Yeah.
keeping the puck away from guys. Like
Mhm.
it's nasty.
He's gonna make you look silly and then just feed it to the guy that nobody's looking at because
It's
they're
a
all
shame
watching.
it's going to be like 4 years before.
That's why I'm trying to watch these World Championships.
Like
right?
if they make the playoffs in 3 or 4 years, that'd be a win for the NHL. But it's hard to imagine even right now.
Well,
Like
that's why they're going for the double tank.
yeah, get
Celebrini.
Celebrini as well. Yeah.
Ew.
All right, my turn here.
For your third overall pick.
Yep, this guy has one of the best one-timers in the league, I'd say, and also he just finds ways to get the puck on net before the goalie has times to be set. He uses the toe of his blade a lot,
know
and
who
he
it
just
is.
upset the Leafs in overtime,
Oh.
and that's Pasta.
Oh, I thought you were going with someone else.
So did I. I've written down your picks before you've
I
said
threw
them
you guys
every
off.
time except for this one.
I like that.
David Pasternak.
Yeah.
Pasta's got a good shot.
He's got a great shot. He's a good one-timer guy.
Yeah, like he finds the back of the net in a lot of different ways.
And he
as well.
has that sneaky shootout move that he does where he brings the puck like behind him and then
and then just
brings it right-
swoops it in
he
the
shoots
net.
it from like behind his
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Weird shot.
Yeah, very unique shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goalies have a hard time reading him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I have to go with Kucherov.
There
Mm.
we
Just
go.
because he has his one timer. It's so nasty that he could shoot it or pass it cross crease. You don't even know.
It's all the same
And
motion.
he seems to score every time he shoots the puck
yeah.
on the power play against the Leafs.
He's
Like, I don't
nuts.
even know, but it's topped corners. It's going, or he's doing a half slapper cross crease tap in because it's so like he is the most dominant half wall player apart from Ovi, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the game.
yeah, I could see that. This is my fourth.
Your
So
fourth
I got
pick.
I got two more.
Got two more left.
All right. This guy might be a bit of a shocker, but if you watch his game, he uses his speed similar to McKinnon actually, and finds the back of the net with like clean shots a lot. Like when you watch his goals, it's like he's flying down the wing and he's beating goalies clean from like not even the best angle a lot of the time. He's picking corners. It's got a deceptive release and just kind of like a quick release, and
I know
that's
exactly.
Kyle Connor.
Oh, Kyle
Oh,
Connor.
perfect. I thought you were picking someone else.
If
There's
It's
a lot
funny.
of good shooters in the league.
he's leading us down, and then like
Yeah.
I think I know who you're gonna pick now. But
Oh yeah, I think everyone knows who I'm gonna pick.
okay,
60 goal scorer last year, Connor McDavid is my next pick.
Damn it.
He's got
McDavid.
such a his shots underrated, and it's one of the best in the league, and he proved it last year when he scored 62 goals.
that is funny. He's just like, you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna win the Rocket Richard Trophy this year and just score a lot of goals.
Like he's the same. He has like a deceptive release. Like it's like
if he wants to.
See, I didn't think you were gonna go him,
I
honestly.
had to just because he scored 60 goals.
He was gonna be my 5 slot. I wanted
Ah.
Yeah.
but Kyle Connor, when I look at his like just like shot
That's
for
the
shot,
only
he's got
one.
more. He can beat the goalie clean with his shot only. You know?
McDavid scores a lot. He gets in close. It
Yeah,
does
he's like
something
a roofs it,
quick
like,
and then
he'll,
roofs
like,
it. Yeah.
snap it up
Like,
like he
I'd say McDavid has one of the best chip
chip shots.
in the league.
That's why I picked
Yeah.
it. Just straight on like accuracy.
Yeah.
He'll
like-
move the goalie first and then shoot it. Right.
He's
Like
so like
Yeah.
shifty that it's like, yeah.
I'm not that mad about it. Like I was gonna put McDavid 5. I can't be mad that you scooped him up.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been so descriptive with my pick. Maybe you wouldn't have thought of him.
I was thinking about yeah, but I wasn't sure. I thought you
Yeah.
for sure were taking him, and I was kind of pissed. But
all right, Hayden, your fifth pick.
All right, now I got to think because I was gonna go Davo in number 5.
You start going down the top goal scorers this season. It's interesting. You haven't taken any of the pigeons that just scoop up the breadcrumbs up out front. Hey,
Yeah, no,
none of the trash men on the list.
no, because that's like.
It's not a goal scorer's goal.
No, it's not like your shot doesn't have to be that great
No.
to score those goals. You just
No.
have to be a good thinker.
You got to
of the
stand
game.
there and let McDavid bounce it off you.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Well,
I'm trying to think.
yeah, no one's going Zach Hyman. I'm just saying that right off the
No,
top. No,
No,
for best
no,
shot,
shovel.
no.
Best shooter in the league.
Best shovel in the league.
Yeah, exactly. Best
Yeah.
shoveler.
No, I'm going with someone who's still in the playoffs, still active. He's got an elite one-timer. He scores some of the most bizarre goals as well. He's got the nasty flow. That's Zibanejad.
Zibanejad.
I'd say you're going. Those are good picks. Those are great picks.
Yeah, he's got he's on the. You see him on the power play. His one-timer. No one's stopping that. Like it reminds me of Ovi when he was young too.
I think it's a great pick.
Yeah.
No one picked a defenseman yet, so I'm.
I wasn't going to point it out until after
Yeah.
the draft because you know what? It's funny. There's not a lot of big shooters anymore in the league. Used to be Shea Weber. Used to be Zdeno Chara. They're not active anymore, so I throw them out there. But yeah, there's not a lot of big shooting defense anymore.
But like
but there's
to
a-
be a good defenseman, with a good shot, you don't have to have a big bomb now. And
Well,
there's
that's-
one guy that I would for sure pick if you're going defenseman.
The slap shot is on the decline. They're using it less and less and less now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I would probably say.
Who you going? Number 5.
Like I want to pick a defenseman, but like
I don't think he's number 5.
Yo, there's so many good shooters in the league though. It's like tough to.
There's gonna be people we missed. That's just the reality of it.
Oh, there's definitely like
Oh yeah.
there's definitely people we're gonna miss here.
And that's the thing. You can pick a D, even
I
if
know,
he
I
only
don't
gets 20 or 10 a year if his shots are well timed or well placed. You know, what I
yeah,
mean?
like
It's a
I feel
different
like I
type of
feel like I
shot.
gotta go with the best defenseman in the league. Like Cale Makar. Like I feel like
Car, okay.
I feel like
That's
he's
who
got
I
a
would
bomb.
have
He's
picked.
got an absolute
Yeah.
bomb. He does have a bomb.
When you watch his shots, he's the best at walking the line and finding a lane. And like
And
a
just,
lot, his shots from the point are beat the goalie clean more than any defenseman I've seen because he waits for that perfect lane. And Colorado's so good at getting in front of the
and he
net.
puts a little
with
spin on
traffic.
it. Like it just like
Yeah, it like basically rises into the back of the net.
Yeah, like
the
has a
goalie
little
can't see it, but he's good at like. You can say that it's just because Colorado's good at screening and like yeah, but no, as a defenseman you have to know exactly when to find that lane
Oh,
when
yeah.
the goalie can't see it. As soon as the goalie looks around, then you shoot it the other way. You know,
Yeah.
like he's so good at walking the line and looking at the
Yes.
net at the same time, and getting those shots through. So like I can't argue with that. That's a great pick.
I feel like
I
we
just
missed
had to
so
go
many, we missed so
Zibanejad,
many guys,
'cause-
bro. We missed so many guys.
Oh, for sure.
What-
Let us know in the comments who we missed.
One miss.
Tage Thompson.
Yeah, nasty.
He was great last year. This year, not as
Yeah, no,
Solid.
Yeah.
one I would have
Pedersen?
tossed on would be Draisaitl.
He's
He's got like a sneaky
yeah,
good shot
yes.
with that beaver paddle of his.
Yeah.
Like he's a good 1T guy and he can find.
Brock Besser.
I'm thinking guys who score from weird places too. Like Jack Hughes can score from the goal line.
Well, like Crosby would be the best. at that.
Crosby, like
Yeah,
he's
I
the
was gonna say-
backhand guy,
Yeah.
right? You got to throw him on the list. And of course, we would have picked him like a few years ago. Now he's getting near the end of his
like
career.
Panarin.
Yeah,
Good
Panarin.
shooter.
See, I thought of Panarin for my pick because I was thinking Zibanejad Rangers or whatever. But like, when I look at like the actual like shot,
Yeah.
just alone, like Panarin's like a well-rounded playmaker, puck
Yeah.
carrier, like scores from everywhere.
Yeah.
But Zibanejad just shot for shot, like is elite.
You know, there's no one that really has that nice
There's
snapper
no like
anymore, right?
snipers in the league. Like everyone can kind of is like a playmaker too.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of have
Ovi's
to be
like the only sniper.
like designated
Maybe
shooter.
Pasternak
you know?
too. Like
I'd say like
his Pasternak's not really a setup guy. I don't think.
No, he's
He just
he's a
scores.
shooter.
he carries it and shoots it or sets up for the one timer.
Yeah.
Matthews is a shooter. He's a pure
Matthews is a
shooter. He
shooter.
doesn't go end to end. You'll never see him get a coast to coast goal.
Yeah.
No.
But, like,
McDavid will
that's
go
how-
coast to coast.
That's how you gotta be in the NHL now. Aside from guys like
McKinnon,
and
McDavid.
you know?
Like
do it.
Quinn Hughes
Yeah.
kind of has a nice shot too
Yeah.
from the point.
Yeah.
And you don't see those snapshot guys like Kessel and Patrick Kane,
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like,
right? They used to come in and lean on that inside lag and just
Well, it's
rip
'cause you're
those
never-
snappers.
The coaches and like the guys like Daryl Belfer and everything, they're looking at those shots.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you might beat them 1 out of 5, but if you're taking that shot off the rush from the wing, 9 times out of 10 you're not beating the goalie, and it ends up being the puck comes back
I mean,
out the other way.
It was a signature shot for Kessel. It worked for him for a long time.
yeah. But goalies are getting better, and like
Yeah, I'm
not
trying,
everyone
like,
can shoot like Phil
there's
Kessel.
not, yeah, there's
you know?
not like
he's-
snipers like
yeah.
that in the league. Like, I'm just trying to like there's not that many guys I'm thinking that come to mind that are like pure goal scorer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Like,
harder. It's hard. The goalies are too good now.
Like you look
can't,
at
you can't beat them clean.
even McKinnon and McDavid, like rarely guys will beat a goalie when they're driving on the wing
Yeah.
with a shot. You know, like
Yeah.
that's why I picked Kyle Connor, because I've seen him do that
Like
a bunch of times.
Barzell, does he kind of have a nice shot?
I'd say Jason Robertson is one that
Okay.
has he can sneakily beat goalies and he just shoots them right in the net, and it doesn't look like he's really doing a lot,
Mm.
but he just puts them in great spots, great puck
Like
placement.
Sagan, like I would back in the day, like Sagan, probably like
Yeah. Dallas, by the way, advancing.
advancing.
Woo!
Yeah, that is true.
Let's
I called
go.
that. I called that. I predicted that.
I
got
predicted that too.
I think
think
I
we
had
all
him in
three.
7. I think I had him in 7.
My bracket's all messed up. I believe.
I had them in 7 as well, and I have them going to the final, honestly, which is looking at how good looking at how good
Colorado.
Colorado is.
Yep.
Questionable, but we'll talk more about that.
Oh, this just in. TikTok sues the U.S. government over law enforcing its sale.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Well, obviously they're gonna do that because they're not happy that they passed that bill. If you've heard about that, but
We're Canadians.
yeah,
We can just use that app all we want.
Yeah, the creator fund would be nice though.
Yeah, slide it over our way, huh?
Olay.
Slide the creator fund over to us. Hey, we're up here.
yeah.
You
We'd
know?
be shooting these in Malibu if we had the creator fund.
Actually, we'd have to be in Malibu to shoot them.
I know.
Could you imagine you got the creator fund and you're pumping out a daily 1 million view video? Like
I would.
every
that's what
video
I'm
you
saying.
post.
I think
in
I would
the
be
playoffs.
posting 10 videos a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only in TikTok's best interest to have.
Yeah.
I guess Canada wants to deny it or whatever. I don't know.
That would be
course,
wild.
Canada's like, no, don't take money from
Yeah, don't allow
foreign governments.
Canadian creators to benefit from that.
One of the best advertising platforms in the world.
Yeah.
And no, not here. No thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for the Puck Daddy Show.
Cheers, lads.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all of our members. Thanks for all of you who have told your friends, like we asked, say,
Love all the support.
what podcasts are you listening to? Well, first of all, the
yeah.
Puck Daddy Show.
Yeah.
Then you can say your other ones, but Puck Daddy Show number 1, baby.
We really appreciate you starting every conversation next week with. So I was listening to the Puck Daddy podcast, and then I had some cereal. It's anything. Every conversation starts with. So I was listening to the Puck Daddy podcast.
Yeah.
And
if you're bored, you can go back and listen to some old episodes. The Puck Daddy Show specifically is designed to be like
quick hit, fun.
quick hit. You can watch it whenever you want. We don't talk about other than today.
Yeah.
We don't talk about like things that just happened. So you can go back and watch all of them, and they're a blast. We got some good drafts, some Sty, No Sty. Go if you haven't seen all of them, go watch them.
Hayden Quadzilla here. I just noticed how massive those quads are on camera.
I'm a hockey
Wow.
player, baby.
You got to get some lower seam shorts.
I got a little bit more of a sleek hockey build. This is the new way player. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Built for speed, built for power.
Yeah. All right. We got it all covered here.
Gonna change the world
I'm just
with
built.
my hockey stick.
Jerry, you got a nice physique.
Gonna make a real difference.
Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Jerry, you got a really nice physique.
Thank you. I just couldn't stop thinking about the last time you mentioned that. And I just kept looking at my shirt. I wore that shirt the next time I saw you because I'm like, oh, I remember you like that
fill
shirt.
out those arms and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish I filled my shirt out like that.